Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd, and they're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Jakeem Grant now to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Miami's offense coming onto the field. There's Ryan Tannehill, helped lead him to the Week 1 victory over Tennessee. He missed all of last year, of course. But he looked pretty sharp, Charles. 20 of 28 in the opener.
Yeah, how about that? 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 2 interceptions, but remember, they had a couple of rain delays, lightning delays. Kind of hard to warm up, stop, play. I mean, all those things, all things considered, the 75-yard bomb to Kenny Stills shows that he still has it.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A look now at the Miami offense.
Coming into 2018, Frank Gore, over 14,000 career yards. He's fit all time with Curtis Martin squarely in his sights, and Curtis Martin's in the Hall of Fame, by the way. But I just love the way he plays the game. So physical, so strong. Every carry means something to him, and I think that gets transmitted to his team.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with Drake, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cincinnati's defense here, and one guy that many people aren't familiar with, Clayton Fedulum, the safety, he had the winning play against Indianapolis.
He's been a really good special teams player for them, but you never expect him to play on defense, but he had to. What do they say in the NFL? Next man up. Sean Williams, our starting safety, lost for the game. Fedulum comes in for him, makes the play of the game, essentially won it for the Bengals with a forced fumble recovery, an 83-yard scoop and score touchdown to finish things off. Clayton Fedulum, take a bow.
Here's Tannehill. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Cincinnati after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. On second down, it's Drake. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Ryan Glasgow able to get him for a loss of about 3. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Sanders now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10 to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And getting this just shy of midfield, and spotted at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, partner, of all the great things that we saw in week 1, unfortunately there was some bad. Quite a few injuries. And the toughest one, Delaney Walker with that knee injury. He's gone for the year.
Yeah, and that's really, really difficult for the Tennessee Titans to absorb because in a lot of ways, he's their #1 target. He may play tight end, but he was the security blanket for Marcus Mariota. He'll be gone for the year. Greg Olsen with the Carolina Panthers, he left the game in a walking boot with an injury to the same foot that was surgically repaired last year. And then there's some other injuries like Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Marquise Goodwin with San Francisco, Deshaun Jackson with Tampa Bay, Doug Baldwin with Seattle. And don't forget Keanu Neal with the Atlanta Falcons. He got hurt, came back, left again. He's gone for the season as well with an ACL.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. Tannehill on 1st down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Escobar with it over the middle. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. MIACIN will get it to start the second half. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Dalton with a give here to MIACIN. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On first down, Drake, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Tannehill now on second down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Tannehill. They shakes it off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. To the right side, complete to Escobar. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Right back to Drake. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.